Hey everyone, it's Amber. I hope that you're doing well today. So this reading is a letter from your future self. So I've wrote up a letter and I've also drawn some tarot cards. I've got two different groups from you to choose from. So that's group number 1 and group number 2. So this is your letter, group number 1. I've also got some tarot cards in here. And this is your letter, group number 2. And I've also got some tarot cards in here as well. So go ahead and pick the letter that you feel most drawn to right now, and I will see you in your group. Hi group number 1, I hope that you're all doing well. So let's see what your future self wants to tell you. So, right. Okay. Group 1. I'm incredibly proud of your achievements. You have shown immense patience and dedication while waiting for this moment. You invested countless hours and hard work, and finally, it has paid off. I understand that there were moments when you couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel and doubted the value of your efforts. However, I want to assure you that all your hard work was worth it. There were skeptics along the way, people who didn't fully believe in your ability to pursue your dreams, but you proved them wrong. You fearlessly shared your creative works and ideas, and now you not only receive recognition for them, but you also earn a living from them. Many of our friends and relatives always had faith in your abilities, and now they take great pride in your accomplishments. The people who steadfastly supported you are still by your side, celebrating your success. On the other hand, you realise the negative impact of those who hindered your progress, mentally and emotionally. They held you back. It was a brave decision to distance yourself from them. You walked away from destructive and toxic relationships. You know exactly the kind of people you want in your life now. You no longer tolerate bullies or toxic connections. You understand that you deserve to be treated with love, care, and respect. At times, you have disregarded your intuition. You went against your inner voice and guidance many times. You stayed in toxic relationships and unhealthy work environments, despite the nagging feeling. However, you did overcome these obstacles, and you rebuilt your life. More importantly, you started trusting your intuition and living by it. You severed ties with anyone toxic or unsupportive. Now you attract very positive people and situations into your life. Your life has achieved a better balance. You prioritize your needs, wants, and desires. You feel a greater sense of stability and happiness in your day-to-day life now. You embrace a calm, peaceful existence. You find solace through meditation, yoga, and you spend a lot of time in nature. You are more connected to your inner self now. You experience a sense of inner acceptance and tranquility on most days. Trusting the process has become second nature to you. Regardless of how dim things may seem or how elusive the end may appear, please remember that there is a way forward and things will improve for you. You now enjoy life to the fullest, and it's free from unnecessary worries. No matter how challenging it gets, please just keep pushing forward. Okay, wow. So with your group, I really get the sense that right now you're working really hard on something. You're really trying to make something happen for yourself. It's like you keep trying to manifest something, but you might not see any evidence that it's going to come to fruition. And it really seems like your future self wants to tell you to just keep working hard and keep pushing, because any work that you put in is going to be worth it in the end, and you will achieve great success from any effort that you put in. Okay, let's have a look at your cards. Okay. So yeah, ultimately, right now, you are in a phase where you get to choose what path you go down now. And it's all a matter of just sticking to a path and going down it. And everything will fall into place from there. There are so many opportunities awaiting for you in the future. And your future self really wants you to know that the world is your oyster. And there are so many opportunities for you. There is nothing that, say for example that you are looking at other people and all that they have achieved. You might be thinking to yourself right now, oh, I'm never going to achieve what I see other people achieving. But the fact of the matter is, those opportunities that other people are like experiencing are available to you. Whenever you look at someone and think, oh, I'd love to live the life that person is living, that opportunity is completely available for you, and it's all a matter of just going for it, putting your all in and just going for that dream. Because if you do put in the hard work and the effort, you will achieve it. I get the sense that in October, perhaps next month in October, although it could be like in October a few years from now, it seems like that is when things are going to start changing for you. You'll notice that in the month of October, things will start improving, and that's when you'll notice like the fruits of your labour, if you will. You'll notice, success start to come to you. Your future self wants to tell you that success is closer than you think it is right now. I get the sense that you feel like it's like so far away and you're so long off like achieving your goals. But your future self really wants you to know that it's literally just basically around the corner. Like I said, I feel like it could be October next month you start seeing results, but it could just be a few years from now, which really isn't that long in the grand scheme of things. So your future self is just wanting to tell you, just be patient, and soon you're going to start seeing rewards for your efforts. Your future self wants you to know that there is someone in your life who will help you achieve what it is you want to achieve. You may be like struggling, you may be you may not be willing to accept help. You might believe, oh, I want to achieve things on my own, but your future self wants to tell you to be aware of pride. Don't be afraid of accepting help, especially in the form of like money, like people helping you financially, because that is really going to help catapult you to success, and it will help you achieve your goals and your dreams. And it does seem like someone wants to invest their time and money and energy into helping you achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. And your future self wants to tell you, just accept it, accept the help, and things are going to come a lot easier for you. Your future self wants you to know to not make things harder for yourself. You might think, oh, I just want to be like self-made completely, I just want to know I did this 100% myself. And your future self wants to tell you that your efforts and your successes are still going to be very valued, and people are going to still look to you for inspiration. They're not going to see you as any like less, just because you had some help. Your achievements are still going to be venerated, and you are still going to enjoy those successes and achievements when they come. And it seems that your future self wants you to know to don't feel guilty about accepting help either. You deserve success. A part of you might think you might not be deserving of success or help, but you are so deserving of it. So don't be afraid to, accept help when it's offered, It's just going to make your life so much easier, right? I do feel that ultimately your wishes will be fulfilled. Your future self wants you to know that your wishes definitely will be fulfilled. Keep thinking positive. Your future self wants to tell you to not let negativity or negative thoughts or worries consume you, because ultimately if you do that, it will manifest bad things, not forever, but temporarily. But if you keep thinking positively, if you keep thinking things will go how you want them to go, that is exactly how it's going to play out in reality, right? And ultimately, your future self wants you to know that any sort of strain or pressure that you experience in the short term, through, working hard and putting in hours, is only temporary. And that soon is going to, that burden you feel, that sense of responsibility, that's going to lessen. That's going to lessen over time as you become more successful. And you will soon have time to focus more on yourself rather than, constantly working. I do get the sense that your future self wants you to know that you'll be in a position of, power. You'll be in a position of, you'll be like a source of inspiration for many people. I see a lot of you producing, some sort of creative work, like a book, or like it could be a piece of art, it could be a piece of artwork. If you have like a vision for like a certain, or as in a certain artwork you want to create, or if you have an idea for a book, that will manifest in reality. Your future self wants you to know that it's going to happen. Like this book you create, or this artwork that you create, or whatever creative thing that you want to create, is going to, manifest. It's going to come into reality, and other people are really going to enjoy your work and look up to your work and be inspired by your work. Your future self wants you to know that if you feel at all like your creative work is just worthless or not a good idea and that people just won't like it, that's not true. That is really not true. Your future self knows just how successful it is going to be. It really is. I see you making a lot of money from this, creative work. I see you, helping others produce their own creative works, So for example, if you want to write a book, I see you eventually, you helping others to teach them how to write their own books and inspiring them to write their own books, right? And you really will be admired for whatever you produce and put out into the world. So your future self really just wants you to go for it. Don't be afraid. Don't put yourself down. Don't put your ideas down, because they are going to turn into something great in reality. So yeah, that is what I'm seeing for you, group number 1. I hope that this reading has been helpful and insightful, and I hope to see you next time. Bye. Hi, group number 2. I hope that you are all well. So this is your message, your letter from your future self. Okay. So, group 2. You finally found your tribe. You have found not just a community, but a family of kindred spirits. For years, your relationships left you feeling empty and disconnected. Others consistently let you down, failing to appreciate the effort and love you poured into them. They rejected and abandoned you, ignoring your gestures of affection. You gave your all, devoting yourself to your relationships, but they never reciprocated or acknowledged your sacrifices. I'm afraid to tell you that some didn't show up for important milestones. excluded you from social gatherings, and left you feeling utterly alone. You yearned for strong, supportive connections, but it seemed like others were more interested in someone or something else. Fortunately, that period of your life is behind you now. You had a change of heart and decided you didn't need anyone. With newfound courage, you set off on a journey and travelled and moved to a completely new town all by yourself. Those around you admired your bravery, but you were simply thrilled to embark on this new adventure. It turned out to be the best decision you ever made. The new place you have moved to felt like a perfect fit. It has a vibrant atmosphere and it has many like-minded individuals. You met countless people who shared your interests, and they genuinely accept you for who you are. They put in effort to build a connection with you. You have embarked on social outings, travels, and adventures with them. This, you thought, was what you've always longed for in relationships. You will find people who reciprocate your love and care. You now realise that rejecting those who pushed you away was a blessing in disguise. They proved to be toxic individuals who would have brought nothing but trouble in your life. Deep down you feel blessed and grateful. It's as if the universe protected you from harm and guided you toward those who genuinely have your best interests at heart. Now you live an amazing life in your new town. You live in a lively, fast-paced place. There is a lot to see and a lot to do. It's rare that you ever feel bored. You are now excited for the next adventure that awaits you with the people who love you for exactly who you are. So yeah, group number 2. With your group, there's a real sense that right now your relationships aren't living up to your expectations. It seems that people around you aren't giving as much as you're giving out, and they're just not very good people for you. So this could be, romantic relationships, this could be, friendships. They're just not giving you the effort and the care that you deserve. And it seems like your future self wants you to know that this isn't going to be the case forever. And you will find people who do genuinely treasure you and provide you with the care and the effort you absolutely deserve. So let's have a look into your cards. Okay, so yeah, okay. So yes, ultimately, your future self wants you to know that you will find very good friendships in your future, and you will have a very strong support system around you. It seems that you will have, very strong, loving, respectful friendships. You're always going to be there to have each other's back. You're always going to be there to support one another. And you will absolutely be there for each other in times of need. It feels like right now in your life, like you're let down constantly by people. It's like they don't bother almost sometimes, and they don't respect you or appreciate you, and perhaps even treat you like a bit of a burden sometimes. And it seems like sometimes you're just not invited out places, and this makes you feel quite down about yourself. But your future self wants you to know that that's now a thing of the past, and in your future life, you won't ever feel left out. You won't feel let down by people. And this is going to be completely of your own doing. You're going to create this brand new life for yourself. You're going to have a wonderful, group of people around you. You'll find your community. You'll find your tribe. And you will feel so close and happy and connected with them, right? And this is not just in terms of friendship. This goes to your relationships, like your romantic relationships as well. It seems that a lot of you, the people who you become romantically involved with, they just don't put in the care and effort for you. They don't really respect you enough. They don't show as much care to you as, you know, the people who you become involved with in the future. Like, it's almost like you won't believe what you've been missing out on in love and relationships. It's like, oh my goodness, so this is how you'll be thinking. Your future self wants you to know that you'll be thinking, so this is how you're supposed to be treated by someone. This is what being like loved and cared and respected by someone feels like. And it's like the people you become romantically involved in as well, they're going to do absolutely everything to like make sure you're okay, to make sure you're supported, to make sure that you're cared for. If you ask for something like from them, they will do whatever it takes to make it happen. You know, even if it's something like really simple. Like if you just say, oh, I fancy some chocolate right now, right? Like they're just gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go to the shop to get you chocolate. Like even like little things like that, and you'll be like, whoa, like no one has ever like really done that for me before. And your future self wants you to know you're so happy in your relationships, you feel so loved, you feel so respected, you feel absolutely supported and cared for. And honestly, like being around these people is going to be like the best thing ever for you. Like you're going to feel so blessed that you know the people that you do in the future. Like you'll have a great time, you know, getting to know each other. So you'll have really romantic experiences with these new lovers, and they'll make you feel so special and cared for, because they will treat you like they are so lucky to have you. So they will absolutely be putting you on a pedestal, right? They'll be looking up at you thinking, wow, look at you, you're amazing, like I've gotta like, you know, treat you with the absolute most care and respect so I can keep you in my life, right? They're seeing you as that. They're seeing you as like above them, and they'll do absolutely anything to make you feel like happy and cared for, you know, because they'll genuinely value you. But it's like right now it's like the other way around, sort of. Like it's almost like you're, you know, doing everything you can to try and make things work with people, but it's like they're just not giving you what you deserve, and you may feel like a sense of inner frustration because your care isn't being reciprocated. But soon you are going to get that back. You will get that back with a set of new people, you know, be that in friendships or like romantic relationships, and you will honestly just feel so cared for, you know. Like I feel that you'll all really cherish each other, like you and like the new people who come into your life, and you'll just feel so supported. And I feel like you'll feel a greater sense of security and happiness. Your future self wants you to know that you feel so secure. You feel like if anything goes wrong, you have someone to turn to, you have someone who can help you, you have someone who can get you out of a bad situation, or at least make you feel better in any bad situation. And your future self also wants you to know that you're able to focus more on like other goals you have in your life, because rather than like you putting your energy into relationships and worrying all the time and not getting enough back, you're able to give more energy to other like things in your life. So your career, your educational, you know, pursuits or anything else is going a lot better in your future life. And honestly, you just feel so much happier and contented like in your future life. So I do feel that with like with the ring here, like people will be absolutely committed to you. And for example, now if you're like in a relationship where things aren't really progressing or going anywhere, even though you're putting in a lot of care and effort, this is serving as reassurance that eventually you will find a relationship where someone does fully commit to you, and it will progress into something more, and you will have a future together, and you will tie the knot with one another. If you're worried in case like a relationship just isn't going somewhere or that it won't progress to the next level, you can be rest assured that you will find someone where it will progress to the next level. And your future self wants you to know that this isn't going to be an easy process walking away from, because it will be requiring you to walk away from certain people. Your future self wants you to know that these people aren't just going to remove themselves from your life, because yes, like I was saying, your future self wants you to know that these people aren't just going to remove themselves from your life, because they're getting a lot of, you know, energy from you giving out your energy to them. It's like they're almost like energy vampires, and ultimately you will need to be the one to walk away from these unfulfilling relationships. And this might be quite difficult and challenging, and it will feel quite risky to you. You might be thinking to yourself, I'm not going to find anyone else, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. But your future self wants you to know that this risk, when you like dive into a new place, when you go to a new place, when you find a new group of people, you will find new people who you do deserve, and people who do care for you. Your future self wants you to know that you won't be alone. You definitely won't be alone, but you'll be more fulfilled than you ever have been in your relationships before. And I feel that for a lot of you, like someone, like a relative, a male relative, could help you, you know, achieve these things. They could help you, you know, move somewhere. They could help, you know, financially support you to move somewhere. And for a lot of you, this is just confirmation that, you know, if you are interested in, you know, the male gender or sex, you know, you will find someone who, you know, treats you with like utter care and respect, you know. And I just feel that your future self wants you to know that you deserve better than what you're getting. And your future self is just so glad that they detached themselves, you know, from the people who weren't giving enough to you. So that is what I'm seeing for you here, group number 2. I hope that this reading has been helpful and insightful, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!